Look into her eyes, really look at them. There's a void there. They scream danger. They scream of someone who has witnessed absolute terror. What kind of trauma does someone have to endure to maintain that same blank expression at all times, to keep their exposure locked in place? Before she became the monster who left nothing but devastation and catastrophic pain across the earth, she was a low-ranked member of the Otsutsuki clan, someone set to be sacrificed by Ishiki Otsutsuki. But that wasn't the true motivation behind her descent into darkness. The series frames Kaguya as an ethereal presence, a beautiful woman descending from the heavens like a divine prophet. Yet the moment she meets her first human, the first person she has ever interacted with, her face settles into a complacent smile, a neutral expression that clearly looks practiced. It's a survival mechanism, something she must have trained herself to maintain every day to endure the harsh conditions of her clan. But there is a pivotal moment hidden in her motivations, the moment that fueled her eventual battle against her sons. The stated motive was to fend off her clan, but who specifically? Later, we learn it was the looming threat of Momoshiki and Kinshiki. But what did they do to her that left her so terrified she checked the sky every day for nearly 2 decades? What could instill so much fear that she felt compelled to cull the entire population of Earth? Judging by basic psychology, and the fact that Kaguya was not yet a full Otsutsuki nor had she eaten the divine fruit, she may have been subjected to severe violations, the kind of predatory behavior stalkers inflict on their victims. There is a visual clue that supports this theory: her long, flowing white gown with oversized sleeves. It's elegant, yes, but it also resembles the kind of clothing someone might choose to hide their body after trauma. We've seen how unstable Momoshiki is in the Boruto era, laughing maniacally, killing Kinshiki by turning him into a chakra pill. It's not unreasonable to infer that Kaguya may have been violently mistreated while in his presence. This is further supported by how she interacts with humans: no words, barely a stare, a woman who has learned to shrink her presence to survive. And yet, one look from a man who would become the closest thing she ever had to true love, Tenji, the father of the Sage of Six Paths, changed her life forever. Kaguya stared into the sky and answered Tenji with a single desire: peace. And I want to believe her. After all, the history of the Otsutsuki clan is built on destruction, invading planets, sacrificing their own, and annihilating entire civilizations. Kaguya had witnessed this cycle countless times. All she understood was grief and death. But the day after she ate the chakra fruit, she transformed into the apex predator of creation. Some might frame her rise to power as a tragic blend of ambition and betrayal, but that's only part of the truth. Her transformation was a trauma response, an instinctive reaction to shattered trust and broken faith. This was the psychological scar Momoshiki left on her. She gave trust one final chance, and it backfired catastrophically. The evidence is clear in her horrified expression when Aino died shielding her from a barrage of arrows. That moment confirmed her deepest fear: trust leads to loss. And in a sense, Kaguya died the moment she consumed the fruit and embraced her Otsutsuki power and heritage. Years later, she gave birth to twin sons, Hagoromo and Himura. This is where the isolation, paranoia, and creeping insanity began to fully take hold. Years later, after her resurrection, something was different. This time she did not return as the serene, celestial figure the world once imagined. She appeared as a horrifying, demonic creature, pure nightmare fuel. It was the physical manifestation of her own demons, her trauma, and the insanity that had consumed her over centuries. Only when she regained her physical form did we see the truth. Her personality, her cognition, and her rational behavior were not. Her neurons aren't fully online. She behaves like someone in a comatose state, barely reacting to the world around her. Black Zetsu is controlling the body, not the mind. She is a marionette, not a participant. The tragic end comes when she finally asks, why? That scream we hear isn't rage, it's pain. It's guilt. It's resentment toward her own narrow greed, and the path that consumed her. She is a cautionary tale about how mental health issues can go unnoticed, leading someone to choose evil over reason. The only redeemable path she could have taken was the one offered by Hagoromo when he tried to reason with her, but she chose power over love.